In this video, I'm going to show you how I got the very best artists to work on my game. But first, why do I need help with my video game? I mean, doesn't the pleasure come from doing everything yourself? Well, to be honest, the short answer is no. What? And it was actually quite a journey to get to that realization. This is exactly how it went down. So much to do. Hey. Who are you?
Who, me? I'm kind of like a chilled out version of you.
What do you mean you're a chilled out version?
I mean, like, I'm super chill.
You don't look that chilled.
Check this out. Oh.
Nah, you still don't look that chilled.
Let me try again. There we go.
To be honest, you just kind of look uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's accurate. But, no, needless to say, I am a chilled out version of you. Just trust me on that.
Right. So, what's your name?
Me, I'm
Chill Joa.
New player unlocked. Chill Joa.
How did you manage to do a cutaway? I edit these videos.
I know the guy that makes these as well, so he owes me one.
So why in the world are you here?
Well, I usually show up when I need some money, but the other reason is when people are stressed. Are you stressed?
Yeah, well, of course I'm stressed. I've got a ton of stuff to do and no time to do it in. I feel like everyone wants something from me.
Here's an idea. Let me just frame it up for you real quick. Why don't you just hire someone else to do it?
That's actually not a bad idea. Or you could just not do it. That's another option. I prefer sleeping in parks to most other things. I think I like your first idea better. I might get started on that now. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna chill out here, probably have a nap.
Yeah, that's very consistent with your character. Well, you have fun with that. I'm gonna get going on this.
Yeah, well, have fun with that.
Okay. And that's exactly how it happened. I swear I'm going crazy inside this room.
No shit.
I'm gonna hire 3 people to do backgrounds in my video game. Now I thought backgrounds would be a nice place to start, but these pixel artists, they could probably do anything in the game. I'm gonna hire them all from different places. The first one I'm gonna hire from Instagram, the second I'm gonna try Fiverr, and the third, well, I know a guy that I met through a game jam. To figure out which artist is the best for my game, I'm gonna give them all the same brief. And I'm gonna try and give them something that I can't do. This is the guy that I decided to hire off Fiverr. It looks like he's done some cool backgrounds before, so we'll give him a shot. Here's the guy that I hired off Instagram. By the looks of his profile, he's done some amazing artwork. For the guy that I met at the game jam, he values his privacy, so we'll just keep him unnamed at this point.
Hello, Future Joe here.
After messaging, paying, and securing all of my artists, the only thing left to do was wait. Right, so it's been about a month since I sent off those briefs to each artist. As you can see, I've changed my hair quite a bit since then. God, I miss the long hair. Anyway, let's review some pixel art. I'm gonna rate these guys on a scale of 1 to 5 fee Joas. I'm gonna take into account the price, how long they took to deliver, and the overall art. We're looking at the Instagram guy's work first. He managed to get back to me really quick, so points for that. Originally, he told me he was gonna do some concept involving a brain, but then he switched to wanting to do a spaceship. This was the concept that he sent me. Quite like how many different layers there are to this one, and I love all the experiments happening in the background. I did think the scientists looked slightly too happy to be working in this lab, so I asked him to go back and change it to maybe make them a bit more scared of what they're doing. Another aspect I liked is that he included some of the bugs in the testing happening in the background. He asked me to approve his designs before he started to animate. For the Instagram artist, his original quote was 500 USD. After some negotiation, it came down to about 400 USD. Now, quite frankly, this is a lot more money than I was willing to pay for a pixel art background. But he was really keen to animate it, so I wanted to see the type of work he would produce for that amount. I think overall he did a really good job. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what he came up with. The only negative I would say is that it looks more like a lab than a spaceship. I still really like the vibe of the background, but I don't really think it matches what he originally said he was going to do. After I agreed to the original concept, he sent me back a PDF with a bunch of information of all the animations he's going to do. Now again, I was really happy with that because he kept me involved throughout the whole process. I'm going to give this guy 4 out of 5 B Joas. His pixel art was really clean. I really liked his background and the way he incorporated the bugs into the scene. The only caveat is I haven't received the final files yet, so I can't actually put them into the game. Alright, on to the next artist. Okay, so now we're looking at the Fiverr artist. This one I paid about 120 USD. This artist was really keen to do a microscopic world, and just like the artist before him, I just let him run wild with it. Now, I have to give props to this guy because he came up with a concept so quick. Literally after we agreed what he was going to do, he had it to me by the next day. And he had even animated it and given me different versions. After I told him what I liked and didn't like about the background, he went away and he returned with the final files 2 days later. So in terms of speed, this guy was super quick and I was really impressed by how much work he got done in such a little amount of time. For most of these guys, it's their side hustle, so I can really appreciate when they do things quickly. When he first sent me this design, I was blown away, and I really like the way that this background looked. He just used simple shapes and colors, but I think it really makes the world look like you're at a microscopic layer. Now I only had one change after he sent me the original files. I asked him if he could match the road to the other work that he had done. He ended up delivering the original work that he showed me, and for that I was a little bit disappointed. Overall, I want to score this guy a 3.5. In terms of speed, he really got it done quickly, but I would prefer it if he took more time and completed some more assets that I wanted. Okay, on to the last guy. This is the Game Jam artist. So again, I was really impressed with this artist. His turnaround time was really quick. Looking at the design, he has a lot of cool elements within it. He created a really nice simplistic cityscape. After he showed me the original concept, I asked him to animate a few of the lights turning on and off just so it made the city feel more alive. I also asked him to put some elements in the foreground because I thought that it looked like you were outside of the city, which was fine, I didn't mind that. The thing was, I wanted it to feel like you were in some part of the city. Now I think I may have had a few more changes with this artist just because I know him personally. The thing was, after I asked him to animate it, it took him about 3 weeks for him to do anything else on the design. I really like working with this guy, and I think he may have had a few things going on at the time, so I'm not going to hold that against him. He's a really talented artist, but I don't think he has that much experience with pixel art. I did think, compared to the other backgrounds, this one seemed a little bit more boring, and it didn't really have the pizzazz that I was looking for. Pizzazz, that's a funny word. But overall, I was pretty happy with the design. 2 weeks after he sent me the original design, he sent me another one. Now this one had me blown away. He explained it as like a medieval graveyard, and I thought this was super creative. He may have taken a little bit more time to get on track, but I think this final background that he created is probably my favorite out of the lot. I mean, just look at that skull in the background. I think that's incredible. You can see just how much detail he's put into this design, and it shows that he really cares about his work, and for that, I'm really appreciative. Even the swords in the back are really well done, and I really like the way this looks like a war-torn world. He said he was going to animate it, so I'm excited to see where that goes. I think I'm going to rate him around a 3.75. His final design is really good. He put in a lot more detail than everyone else, but I feel as though he took a little bit long to come up with this, and he needed slightly more direction from me. And just like that, we have 4 new amazing backgrounds for this video game. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any one of these methods to hire an artist, but I really do appreciate all of these artists working with me, and I thought that all of them were super professional. I will say the bank account's hurting now. Jesus. Yeah, after paying all these guys, I'm a bit out of money at the moment. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.